Hi everyone, so today I'm going to do a look that's slightly more simple and quick, because I know with my Halloween tutorials not being completely wearable, I thought I'd go back to more wearable looks. So I'm going to do a little tutorial on smoky eyes, and I'm going to do a smoky eye myself. I'm going to talk you through how I do it, and hopefully I'll give you some tips on how to achieve like the right sort of smoky eye for your eye shape and using the right colours. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Now with any smoky eye, you want the eyeshadow to be really smooth. So it's important to apply some sort of primer. You can use a eye primer, you can use concealer. It doesn't, particularly if you've got oily lids, a primer is almost essential. Just keeps the eyeshadow nice and smooth, and it keeps it stuck to your eyes all night. Okay, now if you are quite new to smoky eyes, or you're a little bit unsure of how your smoky eye is going to turn out, or you're doing a bit of a heavy smoky eye, a tip I would recommend is you take some loose powder, and this is MAC Prep and Prime translucent powder, and just dab it, just lightly, under your eye. It will take away any fallout that you have. So, I mean, if I'm doing like a really heavy smoky eye, I always put like a bit of powder under my eyes. My smoky eye that I'm doing today isn't going to be that heavy, so I'm going to skip this, but that's just a little tip, just using loose powder underneath your eyes. Now with your eyeshadows, you're going to need a minimum of 2 to a maximum of 4. I think 5 pushing it a tiny bit. I'm going to use 4 eyeshadows I'm going to use a light shade, I'm going to use a medium shade, I'm going to use a dark shade, then I'm going to use a black to help me define my socket area. So for a light shade, you're going to want to pick a shade that's lighter than your skin tone, or just like a shade lighter than your skin tone. So anything really, as long as it's lighter than your. I'm actually going to use the this one by Bourjois. You want to apply this all the way onto the lid and right up to the brow bone. Take it under as well. And a really important thing here, well, for highlight, is make sure you get it right into the inner corner of the eye. Okay, for my medium shade, I'm going to be using this shade, Birch by Bobbi Brown, and I'm going to be applying this with a 217 from MAC. Right, you want this eyeshadow to sort of act a bit as a guide for where your socket area is. So you want to come out to the outer corner and just blend it back and forth and get right into the socket. Okay, a little tip for different eye shapes if you like. If your eyes are quite small and quite far in, if you like, if they're quite close together, and you want to give that illusion of slightly bigger and wider eyes, start light and go darker as you come across. So start working, get most of the pigment off at the edge of the socket, and then gradually, as soon as it starts to fade out, just bring it in. Okay, so we've done the base and we've done the socket. Now we're going to do define the eyes a little bit. So you want to choose a dark colour. Personally, I like to go for a colour that has a slight tint to it. It's a dark shade but has a slight tint of a certain colour. So I'm going to be using this shade here, it's called Shadowy Lady. So still using my 217 brush. If you're doing smoky eyes, it's very important to use a brush that's really soft and blends and applies well. because you want smoky eyes to be very, very smooth, well blended, but also quite, you know, quite statement if you like. What I'm going to do is you want to go in a sort of V shape. Like that, and come sort of like, so you go down by the bottom lash line and go up, down. Like that. You've got the bourgeois eyeshadow, and it comes medium, then dark. Okay, now you want to line your eyes, and you can line your eyes any really you want to, really. You can use felt liner, gel liner, pencil, eyeshadow. It's really up to you. It really depends on how, you know, bold and sort of statement you want your smoky eye to be. Because I want my look to be quite strong but still quite subtle, I'm going to be using a black eyeshadow. I'm using Black Tide. Any black eyeshadow will do. I'm just using Black Tide because it's here. Angle brush, this is from Louise Young. Start on the outer corner. Bring it upwards. So start fine, and then work it outwards. And then just apply just underneath on the bottom lash line. Okay, now you want to apply a liner and do a waterline. If you want for a more intense look, go for a black liner. If you want your eyes to make your eyes pop, use a white liner or a flesh colour liner. If you're using a coloured scheme for a smoky eye, by all means use a coloured liner. So I'm just going to use a black Schmolder Kohl from MAC. And apply it just up to the upper waterline. Okay, now we want to apply mascara. I'm using Benefit Bad Gal Lash, and I would say 2 coats of mascara is enough, because I think 1, that won't make your lashes stand out enough, and I think 3 is a bit too much. I think that will make your lashes look a bit clumpy, so I think 2 is enough. Okay, and wait for a couple of seconds before you have a second coat. Don't wait too long, because if your lashes dry out, it's more likely to make them clumpy if you apply another coat of mascara. And you can do the bottom ones as well. Okay, tip for eyelashes, and this is brilliant for if you've got blue eyes particularly. It's just a little way how to make your eyelashes look a little bit longer and also enhance the blueness of your eyes. If you have a blue mascara, this is from Estee Lauder. It's the Bold Voluminous Mascara. It's in Sapphire. Take it and just apply it to the tips of your lashes. If you just sort of wiggle it. Can you see it? I don't know if it's picking, but I can see like a real difference. If you look at that eye to that eye, can you see it sort of looks a little bit longer? yeah, well, I hope you've enjoyed my little lowdown on smoky eyes. I mean, you can recreate this look using any colour scheme you want to. Just basically, if you just, all you need to remember is just keep it well blended and keep it, make sure the colours are blended together nicely. Okay, a couple of recommendations with regards to colour scheme. If you have brown eyes, blue shades look really nice. Really enhances the brownness of your eyes. Purples look absolutely gorgeous on green eyes. Blues, you want to keep them quite warm, goldy, orangey tones. Look gorgeous on it. Basically, you want to do complementary colours to your eyes if you really want the colour to stand out. Yeah, so thanks guys. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.